Charitable giving. An act of kindness, an ethical responsibility, a way to make the world a better place, or is it? How far is charitable giving desirable? In this discussion, we will explore whether charity, as society has framed it, is truly the noble act it claims to be, or whether blind generosity does more harm than good. Unless we live in some communist utopia, inequality is an unavoidable reality. Some people will always own and control more resources than others. And so, from this imbalance, the virtue of charity is born, the expectation that the wealthy should give to the less fortunate without expecting anything in return. But is this always the best way forward? Human beings are naturally cooperative. The foundation of society is built upon work in exchange for resources. In an ideal system, people contribute, receive their fair share, and store excess for future needs. But what happens when people can't contribute? Charity, then, is not an economic principle but an emotional one. We give not necessarily because it is sustainable, but because we cannot bear to see suffering. When we give, we often do so out of guilt or a sense of moral duty. The advertising of charity organizations taps into our deepest sympathies. Images of malnourished children, disaster-stricken families, and desperate pleas for help are not just informational, they are marketing strategies. Charitable giving, in many cases, becomes an emotional transaction, a small sum of money in exchange for feeling like a good person. But where does this money actually go? Not all charities are created equal. While some truly serve their intended purpose, many operate as businesses. Your donation doesn't always go directly to those in need. Instead, it often funds organizational expenses, marketing campaigns, and in some cases, the lavish lifestyles of charity executives. The disillusionment many donors feel comes not from being deceived, but from realizing they contributed more to an advertising campaign than to an actual cause. Does this mean we should stop giving? Not at all. But giving charitably should not be done out of impulse or guilt. It should be done responsibly. This means researching where donations go, ensuring the charity is trustworthy, and ideally, being personally involved in the cause. The most desirable form of charity is not just a financial transaction, but a thoughtful commitment, one where donors take the time to understand the needs of beneficiaries, ensure resources are used effectively, and see firsthand the impact of their help. In an increasingly globalized world, many focus on charitable efforts overseas. But true, effective charity begins at home. There are always those in need within our own communities, neighbors, local shelters, struggling families. If we want our contributions to truly matter, we must be willing to go beyond just writing a check. We must offer our time, our understanding, and our personal effort. Charitable giving can change lives, but only if done correctly. The most desirable form of charity is not just about giving money, it is about making a meaningful, informed, and personal effort. So before we donate, let us ask ourselves, are we giving because it makes us feel better, or because it truly makes a difference? Thank you for watching. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, like and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on ethical and societal issues.